Hello students, so I am again here with class 11th poem and second poem, The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. When we talk about the poet Ted Hughes, we can say he is considered as one of the greatest writers of his generation. He is one of the great poet, we can say, of 20th century, and he was not only a poet, he was a writer for children's book and he worked as a great translator also. So now we start this poem, The Laburnum Top, and here the poet is talking about a bird, a mother bird, who is having her nest at the top of a tree that is laburnum, and he is described here how she comes back with food in her beak and feeds her baby birds. So let's start with the poem. The laburnum top is silent, quite still in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. Many things are altogether given. First of all, this is September month, and secondly, the top of the tree has become yellow because of this, we can say, September month. Here the tree is no more green, okay, in this season. The seeds have already fallen down, and here on the top of this tree only the bird has made her nest, and now there are babies in the nest. But because this is the time when all the seeds have already fallen, the leaves are already yellowing, and that's why there is only silence prevailing on the top of the tree. Means symbolically there is only silence, there's death silence over there, and this silence is broken when the mother bird comes back with food in her beak. That's why the poem says the laburnum top is silent, means there is no wind blowing. This is September month, no wind blowing, and that's why there is only stillness, quietness, dead silent this tree is. And this is afternoon time of September month when the mother bird would come back with food in her beak. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. The seeds are already fallen. There are few leaves left on the tree which are now no more green. These leaves are yellow. Now this tree remains silent till the goldfinch comes. Now when goldfinch comes, then only there is noise all over the tree. The tree becomes very lively tree when the mother bird comes. Till the goldfinch. Goldfinch is the bird. When this bird comes with a twitching chirrup. Twitching is a very sudden, a very brief movement. And why this is sudden? Because the tree is otherwise very silent. No wind blowing. And when this bird comes, suddenly there is noise all around the bird. And that's why this is a sudden but very brief movement happens over here when the bird flying and enters in the thickness of the tree. And then when bird comes, she gives a little chirruping, an indication to the babies in the nest that she is back. A suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, and naturally there, because of the coming of the bird, suddenly the whole tree becomes very lively. And startle is surprise. Naturally there is element of surprise for the baby birds, because baby birds, they do not have any permanent or fixed timing that at this time only mother would come back. So that's why they are startled, they are surprised. Oh, mother is back with food. And at a branch end. Why at a branch end? Because the mother bird comes, she sits on the branch end, and from here she gives a little chirrup. And in the nest, the baby birds get to know that the mother bird is back. Then sleek as a lizard. Here, sleek as a lizard, we can say simile is given. Okay, you may get this line and then you are maybe you may be given this question. Okay, so this is the simile. The poetic device is simile. Then sleek as a lizard and alert. Now here this bird is compared to lizard, because when lizard walks on the walls or on the, we can say, roofs, you never get to know because of some sound. No, there's no sound. You just happen to see and then only you get to know that there is lizard, because there is no sound. And here when the mother bird comes, she also tries to make no sound, because she doesn't want that other creatures around the tree should get to know that mother is there. It means there must be babies also. So she wants to protect the babies in the nest. She doesn't want that other creatures should get to know that there is a nest, and if there is a nest then there are babies also. So that's why she doesn't want to get to know, she doesn't want that anybody should get to know. And that's why stealthily she would enter into the thickness of the tree and she would reach to the nest. Then sleek as a lizard and alert. She is very alert because she is mother, and that's why she is very alert. Okay, and then she enters into the thickness. And abrupt. Here abrupt means very rapid. Very quickness, means she shows quickness. It's not that she's sitting and then other creatures would get to know that okay, there is mother bird, it means there are baby birds also. No, she's that way. She's very fast. Quickly she enters into the thickness. She gives a chirrup and enters into the thickness and reaches to the baby birds. She enters the thickness and a machine starts up, and when she reaches to the baby birds, then the machine starts. Here machine can be, first of all, machine can be compared to this mother, means mother is machine, or we can say machine may be baby birds also, because now baby birds, they start chirping, they start fluttering their feathers, and because they are very happy, they are very excited to see the mom with the food, so they start maybe jumping in the nest only, and there is the whole tree gets back to vibration. And that's why it seems as if some machine has started and there is vibration, because the baby birds are very, very excited. And machine starts up of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. Beautiful words. These words are given for the baby birds. The sounds which they start creating and the movements which they show out of excitement. Okay, of chitterings, small chirrup, and tremor of wings. They start fluttering their wings to show excitement, happiness, joy that mother is back. And trillings. Trillings again, a very musical small sound of birds, which is repeated again and again. So these baby birds are creating small sound, very sweet sound. Okay, this shows the joy of the baby birds. Of chitterings and tremor of wings and trilling. So these three words, learn it by heart. You may need to use it. The whole tree trembles and thrills. And when these baby birds show their joy, when the baby birds are excited and they start maybe jumping in the nest itself, and then the vibration can be felt all over the tree. The whole tree trembles. Okay, it seems that naturally the whole tree is now shaking. Okay, with excitement and thrills. It seems as if the whole tree is feeling thrilled. The whole tree is feeling happy and joy. It is the engine of her family. Here we can say this is the metaphor. It is engine. Now what is it? It means mother bird. Mother bird is like engine for the family. Like no train, no car, no vehicle you can imagine to, run on roads without engine. So engine is that important. So here mother is there, okay, for the baby birds, for the family. So that's why mother bird is compared to engine. It is the engine of her family. Mother is the engine of her family. And this is whole line is metaphor. If you get this line, you may again get this question. Okay, what is the poetic device and which is the poetic device? Okay, choose the line. So this is metaphor. She stokes it full. Now, stoking means, actually stoking is putting coal or fuel, okay, in some, like if you think about steam train, okay, or a coal train especially. So actually filling the engine with the coal. So this is stoking. Here stoking is when mother bird brings the food and she is putting the food in the mouths of the baby birds. So their stomachs are full. Okay, so this is, we can say, filling the stomachs with the food. So she stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end. So what she does, she comes with the food in her beak. She sits on a branch at a branch end, gives a little bit chirrup, a small chirrup, enters stealthily like a lizard, reaches to the baby birds. Baby birds are very happy. They start jumping and fluttering and, trembling of the wings. It seems as if the whole tree is now trembling with that excitement. And then she gives the food to the baby birds. Their stomachs are filled for the time being, and then she comes out of, or she goes away from that nest. Okay, she stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end. Now she doesn't sit near the nest. Now, after filling the stomachs of the baby birds, she comes back and again sits at the branch end. Again, maybe from a distance, she looks at the babies and the nest, showing her barred face identity mask. So, barred face means identity mask because this bird is actually having, this is the identity of this bird, that on the face there are, lines. Okay, stripes are there on the face of this bird. So now these baby birds from the nest, they can see the mother bird sitting at the branch end, and there are maybe in front of the face there are certain leaves also, okay, waving to and fro, and that's why the face is not very clear, though the face is already having stripes. Okay, the bird's face is already having stripes, and moreover because of the leaves also the face is not very much clear to the baby birds. But baby birds, they are satisfied that mother bird is sitting on the, we can say, this tree only. Then with eerie delicate whistle chirrup whisperings. Now then she sits over there, and after a few seconds then she again gives a chirrup. Then with eerie delicate, very delicate chirrup she gives. Whistle chirrup means this is again shrieking sound. Whistle chirrup, we can say little bit shrieking but very soft sound. Okay, very delicate sound. Eerie is when, something very strange voice. Eerie which can create a kind of fear also. But here means very strange kind of, very delicate kind of soft shrieking sound she gives. Okay, whispering as if she doesn't want anybody else to listen to this sound. So kind of whispering only means through this whispering she tells the baby birds that I'm going again in search of more food. So don't be afraid. So this way she gives a chirrup, she launches away towards the infinite, and then she moves away. She flies away. She is carried away. Okay, she goes away from this tree in search of more food. Okay, towards the infinite. Naturally, infinite means here towards a vast sky. Now she flies away in search of more food, and the laburnum subsides to empty. And when she goes away, again the baby birds become very quiet. Again there is no sound. Again, subsides means come back. Now this tree comes back to its, we can say, previous state only, when there is no sound, no shivering, no shrieking, no chirping, nothing at all. And again there is dead silence over there. I think you have understood this poem. give a reading immediately after listening to this. Okay, after watching this video, give reading, one or two readings at least, and try to enjoy the poem. There are many words which are given only for chirping, so try to enjoy this poem. Okay, and I don't think that I should give very elaborate Hindi version, but in Hindi कि एक बर्ड है, सिंपल सा स्टोरी, एक बर्ड है जो फूड लेकर बच्चों के पास आती है। बच्चे अपने घोंसले में चुप करके बैठे रहते हैं, जैसे ही मदर की आवाज़ सुनते हैं उछलने कूदने लग जाते हैं। पूरा ट्री लगता है जैसे खुश हो गया, पूरे ट्री में वाइब्रेशंस आ गया, लाइफ आ गई पूरे ट्री में। मदर बर्ड आती है, उनको थोड़ा खाना खिलाती हैं और फिर दोबारा उड़ जाती हैं और खाना लेने के लिए। और यहाँ पर मदर बर्ड को कहा गया कि वो एक घर में जो है इनके लिए, पूरी फैमिली के लिए एक इंजन का काम करती है, क्योंकि उनके बिना घर नहीं चल सकता, उनके बिना बर्ड्स नहीं जिंदा रह सकते। ओके, so this is a story of a mother bird. I hope you have understood. Thank you.